Winning a championship is the ultimate goal for any player in the NBA. Today we take a look at some of the greatest players to ever play and fail to achieve this. Number 10. John Stockton. John Stockton was a fast, gritty, and a durable player who saw the floor as well as anyone who ever played the game. John Stockton played all of his 19 seasons with the Utah Jazz. He held a career-high 51 shooting percentage from the field as a point guard. Yeah, as a point guard. He's also NBA's all-time assist leader at 15,806 assists and the steals leader with 3,265 steals. The Jazz never missed the playoffs during Stockton's career, and they reached the Western Conference Finals 5 times in 7-year span. One of Stockton's greatest moments was him sinking a buzzer-beater 3 over Houston's Charles Barkley in Game 6 of the 1997 Western Conference Finals, and then embraced Malone as they celebrated their first NBA Finals appearance. Utah went to consecutive NBA Finals, losing to the Chicago Bulls in 6 games in 1997 and in 1998. After his final NBA game, a playoff loss in Sacramento on 30th April 2003, Stockton was asked to summarize his feelings about retiring without an NBA title. He said that he feels rewarded even if he didn't win the championship because unlike a lot of other players, he worked hard to even get to the finals. Number 9. Tracy McGrady. McGrady entered the NBA straight out of high school and was selected as the 9th overall pick by the Toronto Raptors in the 1997 NBA Draft. Beginning his career as a low-minute player, he gradually improved his role with the team, eventually forming an exciting duo with his cousin Vince Carter. He left the Raptors after they got swept in playoffs to become one of the league's most prolific scorers and a candidate for the NBA Most Valuable Player award, but got swept in the playoffs again by Milwaukee. The next season, they would take a 3-1 lead to the Detroit Pistons, but still losing 7 games. In 2004, he was traded to the Houston Rockets, where he paired up with center Yao Ming to help the Rockets become a playoff team. Yao was injured most of the time, and the duo didn't play a lot of games together. As great of a scorer Tracy McGrady was, he didn't win a playoff series in his career. His final season in the NBA were plagued by injuries, and he retired in 2013.
It's been 16 years, man, playing the game I love, dreamed about, and I think I've had a great run, and it's come to an end. I think I'm excited and I'm happy about what's next to come, and it's time to walk away.
So you're retiring?
It's over.
Number 8. Charles Barkley. As a player, Charles Barkley was perhaps the greatest anomaly in NBA history. Listed as 6'6" but actually closer to 6'4", he played power forward, as well as anyone in the history of the NBA, often dominating half a foot taller players.
In this game, 13-7 Lakers. Barkley working inside on block and one. It's interesting this evening at the Laker end of the floor. They are not double-teaming Olajuwon or Barkley. That means the perimeter people are not opening up for three.
Along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Karl Malone, Barkley is one of the 4 players in NBA history to have complied at least 20,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 4,000 assists. Barkley spent 8 seasons in Philadelphia, but the team's best showing was in his first year when the Sixers went 58-24 in the regular season and advanced all the way to the 1985 Eastern Conference Finals, where they lost to the Boston Celtics in 5 games. After several disappointing early round playoff defeats, the Sixers failed to make the postseason in the 1991-92 season, and Barkley won it out. In his magical first season with the Suns, he won the NBA MVP while leading Phoenix to the league's best record of 62-20 and the 1993 NBA Finals, where the Suns lost to Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls in a memorable 6-game series. The Suns reached the conference semifinals in 1994 and 1995, but lost to the Houston Rockets. And after 4 seasons in the Valley of the Sun, Barkley's time had set in Phoenix, and he was traded to the Rockets. After announcing that his 4th season in Houston would be his last in the NBA, his time on hardwood ended sooner than expected, and without a ring. Number 7. Yao Ming. Yao Ming was one of those what-if players. Already in his sophomore year in the league, he was on par with Shaq. In a game against Lakers, Yao scored the Rockets' first 6 points of the game and blocked Shaq twice in the opening minutes.
They're watching live in Shanghai at 10:30 in the morning as O'Neal goes right at Ming, goes to the net, no foul called, and here come the Rockets.
In transition, Yao Ming wide open. Samaki Walker, good job slowing down the big man.
Yao, first touch. So many big names and big fellas in the building. Ming, the second block on O'Neal.
After the summer 2004, Rockets traded for Tracy McGrady and were considered contenders. They won 51 games and ended up 5th in the West. Unfortunately, they fell to the Dallas Mavericks in 7 games. Yao's final averages for the series were 21.4 points on 65% shooting and 7.7 rebounds. The next 6 years of Yao's career were filled with injuries that limited his success. In the 2008 season, Rockets managed to advance, beating the Portland Trail Blazers in the first round of the playoffs. Eventually, they lost to the Lakers in 7 games. In 2009, Yao went to have a surgery that would prevent him from playing the whole season. And just 2 seasons later, in 2011, Yao decided to retire from the NBA. Number 6. Reggie Miller. Miller became a household name during the 1994 Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks. Due to a phenomenal shooting performance in Game 5 on June 1st, 1994, Miller made several long three-pointers during the quarter and engaged in animated discussion out of his ongoing performance with noted Knicks fan Spike Lee.
A new 24 for the Pacers. Starks trying to draw the foul. The official, Joe Crawford, did not go for it. A little acting by John Starks. Reggie Miller now has 14 points. The Knicks lead 61-50 by Hopper.
Shot, his right foot was on the line, and Reggie will have something to say to Spike Lee. A 12-2 run now by the Pacers. Anthony and Hubert Davis were defending.
Reggie Miller giving the choke side to Spike Lee. Spike is a...
The win gave the Pacers a 3-2 series lead, but they lost the next 2 games and the series. Regardless, the Pacers managed to lose 3 Game 7s in the conference finals. When the 10-time All-Star finally did get to the championship series with the Pacers, Reggie Miller bricked 15 of 16 field goal tries in Game 1 loss versus the Lakers at Staples Center. Number 5. Chris Paul. CP was selected 4th overall in the 2005 NBA Draft by the New Orleans Hornets. Paul finished the season leading all rookies in points, assists, steals, and double-doubles, and became only the 2nd rookie in NBA history to lead the league in total steals. With final averages of 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 7.8 assists, he was named NBA Rookie of the Year, falling just 1 vote shy of winning the award unanimously. At the 2007 All-Star Weekend, Paul set a new rookie challenge record with 17 assists and 9 steals. On December 12, the Hornets traded Chris Paul to Los Angeles Clippers. Early in Paul's debut season, the team developed a reputation for their fast-paced offense and spectacular alley-oop dunks, usually from Paul to Griffin or DeAndre Jordan. In 2015 playoffs, after getting past the Spurs, the Clippers got sent home blowing a 3-1 lead to the Houston Rockets. CP was injured for the first 2 games of the series. The year after, in 2016 playoffs against the Portland Trail Blazers, CP broke his hand, and having Blake Griffin already injured, the Clippers inevitably lost the series. On 28th of June 2017, Paul was traded to the Houston Rockets. In 2018 playoffs, many believed the Rockets would beat the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals and advance to the finals if CP hadn't been injured and missed the final game. After failing to beat the Warriors again the season after, CP got traded for Russell Westbrook to the OKC and right now is playing the Houston Rockets in the playoffs. Number 4. Vince Carter. Carter was an NBA legend who spent 22 years in the league. He was recognized as one of the best dunkers ever after the 2000 NBA dunk contest. The same year, he averaged career-high 27.6 points a game. He made the All-NBA second team and was voted as a starter for the 2001 NBA All-Star Game. The Raptors finished the regular season with 47 wins, which was then the franchise record. In the playoffs, the Raptors beat the New York Knicks 3-2 in the first round and advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals to face off against Philadelphia 76ers. Carter and the 76ers star Allen Iverson both dominated in a 7-game series that seesawed back and forth.
Now a 10-point advantage at halftime as Iverson. Yes. Nice play by Snow reaching in to knock it away. And here comes Iverson. 2-on-1. Iverson takes all the way, forced the issue rather than give it up to Lynch.
Well, Marv, they are really going through a tough struggle here. They had every opportunity.
Carter being played by Lynch, goes to the step back. Yes! Vince Carter of the second quarter to get back into it.
Carter scored 50 points in Game 3 and set an NBA playoff record for most three-point field goals made in one game. Carter signed a 6-year extension with the Raptors, but he started having problems with his knee, and he was traded to the New Jersey Nets. For the remainder of his career, he traveled throughout the league a lot, switching 5 or more teams and finally retiring in Atlanta Hawks. Number 3. Russell Westbrook. A 9-time NBA All-Star, earned the NBA Most Valuable Player award for the 2016-17 season, in which he averaged 31 points, 10 rebounds and 10 assists a game. Westbrook was a triple-double machine back in OKC. He appeared in 2012 NBA Finals against the Miami Heat. At that time, OKC was a young squad with Westbrook, Durant, Harden and Serge Ibaka, and Miami Heat with LeBron James provided to be too much for them to handle. In the 2016 playoffs, Westbrook almost made it to the finals again, but blew a 3-1 lead to the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. After that, Westbrook never made it past the first round with the OKC in the playoffs. On July 16, 2019, he was traded to the Houston Rockets for Chris Paul to team up with James Harden. Since then, he adapted his game and changed his playstyle and had a 36-game streak with 20+ points a game.
Westbrook and Harden back together. Beautiful combination of Westbrook. Slams it home. Good hustle. House is able to keep the ball alive. Westbrook to the basket. Lays it up and in. A circus move by Russell Westbrook. And timeout by Dallas. It's ricocheted out to midcourt. Westbrook to the rim. Finishes. What's the foul? That's incredible.
Number 2. Allen Iverson. NBA All-Star. Won the All-Star Game MVP award in 2001 and 2005 and was the MVP of the regular season in 2001. Allen Iverson, at 6 feet, is one of the best shooting guards the game has ever seen. He averaged 23 points only as a rookie and became famous for the crossover on Michael Jordan.
The ball, I heard Phil Jackson yell, Michael.
Iverson has Jordan. The crowd is into it.
I gave him a little cross to see what he bite on it. I let him set his feet, and then I stepped it back again.
Allen shakes free, gets two! Mike said no. Allen said yes. The bucket, the crowd.
During the 2000-2001 season, Iverson led his team to a franchise record 10-0 start to the season and was named a starter at the 2001 NBA All-Star Game, where he won the game MVP. He also averaged a then career-high 31.1 points, winning his second NBA scoring title in the process. He was the shortest and lightest player to win an MVP award. In 2001, AI faced in the finals versus Kobe and Shaq. In the first game of the series, AI scored a career-high 48 points and defeated the Lakers. Would go on to score 23, 35, 35, and 37 in games 2-5. All losing efforts, though the Sixers were not swept like many predicted. Number 1. James Harden. Before he became a superstar in Houston, Harden played a smaller role in the OKC. In 2012, he was named Sixth Man of the Year as he helped Thunder reach the finals. After he got traded to Houston Rockets, Harden became an unbelievable scorer, winning the scoring title in 3 years in a row. On the other hand, the most success he had in the playoffs was reaching the conference finals in 2018, but ultimately lost to Golden State. Fortunately for him, it's not over yet. This season, he averaged 34 points, 6 rebounds and 7 assists a game. So far, he's playing great in the playoffs as well. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe and like to show your support. Let us know your finals predictions in the comments.